I welcome you all for the topic quality assessment of raw milk and myself Dr. G. Jeevathanam working as associate professor and head the Department of Food Technology, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore. In this topic, we are going to see about the different kind of platform test which makes whether the milk is acceptable and it is in a good quality and condition. And coming towards to the introduction slide, so milk is one of the highly perishable product which have a moisture content of 85 to 95 percentage and that easily prone to spoilage because of the microorganisms and also the enzymatic activity. So to reduce the microbial load, we are transporting the milk towards by using a reefer vans, a refrigerated air conditioned vans from the rural farmers towards to the chilling centers and chilling centers towards to the industry where the milk is transported. So during transportation, we can see either the contamination or additives or adulterants can be added in the milk during either it is received from the farmer as well as in the chilling center as during the transportation of the milk. So before that, the quality of the milk is assessed by the industries when the milk is coming for a processing. So the quality assessment of raw milk. The quality assessment depends on the how much amount of the carbohydrate, fat, protein and other that is means solid not fat and fat content that is present in the milk and also the moisture content present in the milk. So before going for processing, the industries are taking platform tests whether the milk is suitable for processing as well as it can be transported towards to the storage silos. So that the platform tests are taken place to assess the quality of the raw milk. So the quality test which we are seeing is here the visual and sensory test. Whether the milk received at the dairy plant is thoroughly screened for the presence of any objectionable matter floating on the top of the container. Usually the raw milk which is stored at 4 degrees Celsius in the reefer vans that is taken for observation, that is 20 to 30 ml of milk that is taken for observation, and it is if, if it is contains any objectionable flavor, it can be discarded, and if it is does not contain any objectionable flavor, it can be further proceed for the processing. This is a basic test which we are going for a visual and sensory test. And sedimentation test. So sedimentation test that determines the quality of the raw milk at farmer level or during the inspection. So sedimentation test that determines whether the milk is in a good condition or it contains any dirt or any kind of solid particles which is present in the milk. So during that the milk which is taken away and we can see any kind of solid particles which is deposited at the bottom in the cans or any other vessels that is used for the transportation of the milk. So sedimentation, if it is the sedimentation gives a positive test. If it contains any kind of darkish or any kind of solid particles, it gives a negative test if it is a pure liquid. So the Cloudon boiling test, it indicates the suitability of the milk. It's ready for the either sterilization process or pasteurization process. Usually we are doing the pasteurization at 72 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds. And it determines COB, it determines whether the milk is acceptable for heat treatment processes. If it is not acceptable, the milk quality is very poor. So the procedure is 5 ml of milk in a test tube is held over a flame and allowed to boil. The formation of flakes or clots indicates that the milk has highly developed acidity and it is unsuitable for pasteurization or high heat treatments, and it can be discarded. And the alcohol test, it is mainly intended for high heat processing such as condensing and UST processing, and it is the milk should be highly heat stable. So the milk sample of 5 ml is mixed well with equal amount of ethyl alcohol and observed for formation of flakes or clots. The formation of small flakes indicates that the milk is abnormal either due to high acidity or distributed salt balance. Such milk is not suitable for high heat treatment. Either the milk is contaminated with any other salts or the milk have high acidity value. Usually the milk have a pH value of 6.4 to 6.7 and it is a highly it is not highly acidic, it is nearly towards to the base. Because of that high pH, the milk has a shelf life of more than not more than one day. So that's why we are going for several preservation techniques to make the milk available for at least 1 week. An alcohol alizarin test. This test indicates that the suitability of milk for high heat treatment and also give an idea about its acidity. So both the alcohol test and alizarin test, which gives an idea about the high heat treatment process as well as the acidity. And these are the different levels of platform tests, that is basic level of test that is used for the milk testing. So the significance of reception dog test, that it means during the during receiving the milk in the reception, we have these kind of small kind of test to check the milk whether it is suitable for further storage and processing in the manufacturing unit. So during reception, the sediment test that determines the quality of milk that which is received from the farm level or chilling central level. An antibiotic test which the milk which is caught from the sick animals. So that determines whether the milk which is uh, taken from a sick animal. And somatic cell counts. Usually the somatic cell counts indicate you the general animal health. If the milk contains less than 5 lakh per milliliter, that is good for consumption. If it is exists, that is not good for consumption. And freezing point that determines the adulteration with water, whether the merchants or the indirect agents or direct agents, if they are increasing the volume of milk by adding water or any other adulterants. The freezing point of milk which determines whether it is adulterated or contaminated with water. And these are the grading. Grading means it determines the basis of quality. So that is the grading test, and we are seeing already the platform testers. The technique of grading is appearance, smell, and temperature. So the temperature of 5 degrees Celsius here it is satisfactory and it is indication of its quality. And the smell, if it is a difference in odor, if we are receiving by using those tests which we have seen already, and if it is giving a rancid odor or off flavor odors, then the milk can be discarded. And appearance, it does not contain any floating material on the surface of the milk. That floating which gives an extraneous mixing the composition of the milk, that can be avoided. And acidity and lactometer reading, as I told, if we add milk, if we add water in the milk, the density of the milk which gets reduced and it will indicates the adulteration of milk with water. And usually the reading for cow and buffalo milk should be 28 to 30 and 30 to 32 respectively. That can be measured at 15.5 degrees Celsius. And detection of major adulterants in milk. We have a different procedures for detection of the major adulterants in milk. That is sugar test, salt test, urea test, ammonium, acidity, fat, and SNF. So these are the major adulterants that is found in the milk that enhances the appearance as well as the smell, and it fetches more prices. So due to that, even the rural persons or the merchants or agents which they are buying from the farmers and they are adding these kind of adulterants in the milk and they are giving towards to the industry, that can be identified by using these kind of testers. Thank you for listening these lectures, and I will be shortly joining with other sessions. Thank you.